G'day, Jase Bowman, Addiction Solutions. Just following up on our last short video, getting help, and I wanted to just sort of respond to some queries out there around, you know, the whole kind of concept of breaking the addictive pattern and stopping the drinking or the drugging is a critical part of both the treatment and the recovery process, but it's only the very start of it all, and that what people need to sustain positive change and recovery is to really begin to practice a whole lot of new behaviours, and so that process, addiction treatment and like a rehab process, can really help the individual seeking some change to identify the areas of their life which potentially aren't working so flash, and do something positive about it. So some examples of that stuff is that people find it incredibly difficult to stop drinking and drugging if they stay in the same environment where they've been drinking and drugging. And so there's a famous professor of addiction studies who talks really clearly about you know, like if you want to be sober or you want to be drug free, like start to connect and engage and build relationships with people that don't drink and that don't drug. And so there's a lot of evidence to indicate that if you do that, your chance of sustaining the positive change goes up considerably. And so those sorts of things, you know, changing the people that you associate with, like looking at the environments where you hang out in, and also like getting rid of anything that kind of reminds you of, you know, the act of the addiction, the drinking or the drugging. And so self-help and peer support communities, they talk a lot about you know, people, places and things that we associate with our addiction, and the recommendation is from these communities where there's a whole lot of wisdom. The recommendation is that having a good hard look at yourself and identifying the people, places and things that kind of you associate with your drinking and your drugging, and doing the best you can to remove yourself from those elements is like an important part of the recovery process. Look, we work with lots of people who benefit greatly from our Rehab at Home program or our aftercare support programs, and supporting them on a daily basis to sustain their objectives, providing practical and emotional support and linking them in with the supports that they need. And often the people that we work with struggle to find a ready-made kind of group of friends that are drug and alcohol free, potentially, that are able to support the individual seeking change, to sustain the change. And I guess that's where our recommendation comes in. Around, you know, there's plenty of kind of opportunities to connect in with communities of people in recovery, and there's a couple of different varieties or options of what that kind of looks like. And so when the people that we work with are looking to access a group of people that can be supportive and helpful, we've got plenty of cards up our sleeve in regards to how we can support a person to move in that direction. Many of my clients say to me really clearly that the thing that makes the difference to them in their lives is the addiction treatment or the rehab process. You know, getting the information that allows them to have a good look at what's working and what isn't working, and then as a result of changing their behaviors and kind of moving into action and changing lots about what they were doing and building a new life. And then post that, you know, staying connected and staying connected to their aftercare plan or their recovery plan allows them to continue to move forward. But another critical thing that they often speak about is the importance of connection with a group of people in recovery from drinking or drugging that can support them to sustain and continue to manage their addictions. So look, for more information, I'm Jase Bowman, 03-8374-7648. Hey, give us a bell. It's a free phone conversation. Happy to have a chat. If you or someone you love is suffering with addiction and want some information, then I'm happy to have a chat and support you as best I can. Thanks very much. Cheers.